Greetings to all melanated people all around the world. It's really a joy, it's really a blessing, it's really an honor to be out here in nature and greeting you, knowing that I'm bringing a message of self-realization to you, a message of emancipation, a message that would set you free. And out in nature, all I can see around me is just riches, honor, and glory. And I can hear the sound of the river behind me, knowing that it is vibrating at a certain frequency and it's all energy. And that this river is going to actually end up into the sea. And the sea is a type of eternity. It have no beginning, have no end. So too is our life. The journey of life is from humanity to divinity. And that's what this message is all about. And this is what it is pointing you to. Coming into your divine self, discovering your divine self. Okay, so with that being said, I want to speak to you concerning getting rich by getting rid of the devil. Now, if you're going to get rich by getting rid of the devil, the first thing you have to know is that you were born rich. And that all riches is in you. Because everything that a person used to constitute riches, it came from the mind. It comes from the mind of man. And everything that you see around you in nature, it always reproduces back after its own kind. And it is said in the Bible, unless a corn of wheat falls in the ground and dies, it abides alone. But if it dies, it brings forth much fruit. Now, you have to die to the things that were taught to you from a little child. You have to die to the things that are keeping you from accessing your place of wealth that is within you. And that is what I'm referring to as the devil. Because the devil is a negative self. It's a negative thinking. It's a self-conflict. It is the concept that you hold about yourself. And the reason why you hold a such concept about yourself is because of the way how you were raised by your parents and your school teachers. And I'm speaking as one who live and grew up in the Caribbean, because I'm from the Caribbean, I live here, I grew up here. And I'm telling you, every single day in the life of a child in the Caribbean, I can speak for the Caribbean. Okay, those of you who live in America, Canada, England, and around the world who would hear me, you can tell me if it's the same thing happening in your part of the world that you are living. But I'm telling you, in my country, every morning, the children in school, from kindergarten right up, they're singing all of these Jesus songs. And that's how they were programmed to believe. And they're not going to change. Because it was sent from even back from my time, even from my grandmother time. And I've come to realize that people in my country, and I guess people all around the world, they do not like change. Especially when they have a religious mentality. So unless you get rid of the ego self, the negative self, the religious self, which is keeping you from accessing your gold mine that is right between your two ears, that's keeping you from your diamond field. Unless you get rid of that devil, you will not be able to access what is yours, even if your name is written on it. That is why the Bible tells you that all things are possible to them who believe. And when you say them who believe, it is not speaking about them who believe in a God in the sky. I believe in a man 2,000 years ago named Jesus Christ. Because first of all, you have to come to realize that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history. And that the Bible is your own biography. So when you say to believe, it is speaking about those who believe in themselves. So if you do not believe in yourself, and you believe in an entity outside of yourself, then the devil will keep you bound and you won't be able to access your true riches. Because you will still be living in doubt and fear and worries. And you will still be judgmental and still be condemning people because you're still living a life whereby you are self-righteous. So there's a lot of casting out to do if you're going to come into your gold mine. If you're going to possess your vineyard where you're growing all the fruits, where you're growing your grapes, to crush it into wine. And when you drink the wine give you stimulation. It's all the mind I'm speaking about. Your thoughts that will stimulate you. Where you'll be high on life, high based on your meditation. Where you'll be walking in this life, understanding the laws of thoughts in your mind and how it works. Then you will understand that when you believe that the devil is an entity outside of yourself, that is the biggest stumbling block that will hinder you from accessing your wealth. Because you will end up and live in mediocrity because of your belief system. So my brother and my sisters, let us cast out the devil by casting out the things that were taught to us from little children growing up. Let us cast out the things that the pastor tells us and what our teachers told us. Let us cast out those beliefs and let us be more logical. Let us be more open-minded. Let us be more willing to learn and more willing to listen and more willing to do some research for our own self. And not to get angry when someone is pointing you to your true riches. Because your real riches is discovering who you are and discovering why you are here. Thus the reason why Matthew 6:33 tells you, you must seek first the kingdom. And when you seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, the righteousness is not something you attain or something you discover. He said when you discover it, all these things will be added unto you. It means that you will discover the secret of creation. You will realize that everything that you see manifesting outside you physically, it was first a thought. And you will understand that your thought is invisible and God is invisible. Then you go understand St. John chapter 1 and verses 3. When he said all things were made by Him, and without Him there isn't anything made that was made. And then you will understand that St. John 1 and Genesis 1 is the same thing. That's why St. John 1 tell you, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the same was in the beginning with God. And then in Genesis it tell you that the earth was without form and void. Do you know when you have a thought or an idea that it is without form and it is void? And it's when you act upon it, and then the Bible tells you, and the Spirit move upon the waters. When you conceive it to be true and you move upon it, so it's going to manifest. So my brother and my sisters, I can go on and on and on and on and on, but I want to make it short. You have to get rid of the devil. And the devil is not your neighbor. It's not your brother. It's not your sister. It's not your good friend who's not really so much a friend. It's yourself. Your negative self. Your doubts. Your fear. Many people are going to jobs that they don't love. But because of fear, fear of hunger, fear of poverty, fear of all of these things, they can't leave. Too much doubt. all of these things is the devil who's keeping you from accessing your higher self, your wealthy self, your healthy self, your wise self. And whenever you discover what I'm speaking about, then you will understand Solomon's mind and where Solomon's mind is and where to find Solomon's mind. And why it is said that when Solomon asked for wisdom and understanding, he was given wealth also. So my brother and my sisters, I said before I could go on and on, but I'll end here. I want to give you thanks for everything and for all your support and for all of those who've been following this channel quite faithfully, and I know that you're growing from strength to strength, because I know that I'm growing from strength to strength, and I know that this is a great season, and it's a season for manifestation. It's a season for you to not just hear the message, but to apply the message. And I know things gonna work for you, because I'm seeing things working in my own life, and I'm here bringing the message to you from a more clearer mindset, because I had to change my environment so I can think even more clearly to bring these kind of messages to you. So let me thank you once more again, and those who have been supporting us on Patreon, I'm quite grateful for the support, and those who have supported us by buying our books, and those who doesn't know that we have books, there's a link down below that you can check out the books, and we have clothing down there also. And we really want to thank you for your support in advance. And always remember this key: the law of compensation. It says, give and it shall come back to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, shall men give into your bosom. That's why I'm always willing to give this message to you, because I know that the universe will bless me and has been blessing me tremendously. Now I just want to give you the sign of Matthew 6:22, which is basically the single eye message of self-realization that I am bringing across to you. It says like this: if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And we know that God is light. I'm saying to you, my brother and my sisters, when you have this experience, you come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N. And you will also come to realize that without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. And that without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And that the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. And people, we are the people of the sun. Therefore, let us use our mind power to achieve our every desire. So learn to go to bed more consciously and wake up more consciously, and always have a heart of gratitude. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you, I'm out.